Batteries are a major consideration in any overland build, and you're going to come up against some decisions on when you go to upgrade your batteries. So first off, why are batteries important? Batteries are important because they're basically the lifeline of your vehicle. They start your vehicle, they run all of your components, they might run your camp lights, they run your refrigerator, your air compressors, everything, the list goes on. So having the proper battery in place will keep your life working efficiently on the road. You're going to be faced right off the bat with a decision what type of battery to get. Your truck probably already comes with a lead acid battery. They're cheaper, they work, and you can find them anywhere in the world. But they have some disadvantages, especially when you start to draw on them and work them really hard. That's usually where AGMs come into play. That's your next logical step typically in an upgrade. AGM stands for absorbent glass mat. It's just the parts, the guts that are inside of it are different than a lead acid. And it provides you the ability to have more discharges. It can be oriented in any location. And through my experience, this is like the baseline best upgrade to go to in the balance between performance and cost. The one thing to consider when buying an AGM and looking at your amp hours and how much power you need is make sure that you know that you can only deplete an AGM to 50%. If you go further than that, you can start damaging the battery. So if you need 100 amp hours of use, make sure that you have a 200 amp hour battery so that you have the right reserve capacity to fill your needs. So how many amp hours are you going to need? Well, that's up to you. You're going to have to look through your componentry and understand what kind of draws you have and do the math. Every vehicle is uniquely different, and it's going to be on you to figure that out. Once you know that number, you'll know the battery to buy. The standard kind of go-to battery in the overland world right now, especially for primary and secondary batteries or auxiliary batteries, is a Group 31, and it's usually around a 100 amp hour battery. So when we're looking at the amp hour rating of the battery, what that is just basically saying is how much power is in the tank, how much is in the well. The bigger the number, the more reserve you have of power to make your equipment run longer. Now, if weight is a huge consideration, depth of charge, and the ability to deplete that charge fully, and the ability to recharge a battery very quickly is important. You're going to start to look at lithium. The drawback to lithium right now is price. They are expensive. But in my experience, using batteries as hard as we do, lithium has become the answer for a lot of our extreme use cases, especially within expedition overland. One of the bigger distinctions between lithium and AGM is in the capacity usage of the rating of the battery. So if I have a 100 amp hour AGM, I can only use 50% of it. 50 amp hours is what I can use out of that reserve. When I go to a lithium, say it is also 100, I can use 80% of that power reserve to run my equipment. So yeah, batteries are a massive topic. It quickly becomes a science talk that we can't get into today. It's something that you'll have to go verse yourself in, but that's okay because that's going to make you a better overlander as you understand why the different power needs and systems are important. So go do that, and we'll be here for your battery purchase when you're done. In addition to secondary batteries or upgraded batteries or changing the style from lead acid to AGM or lithium, make sure that you have the proper battery controller to manage those batteries properly. The proper battery controller will make sure that your batteries last a long time. They're an investment, so make sure you treat them right. We have a separate video on battery managers and controllers in our educational site, so check it out there.